Well, that's it for your headlines this morning, and now we'll send it over to John for What's Trending with his panel. John?
All right, thank you so much, Rebecca. That's right, I'm joined here once again with our Sunrise panel. First of all, good morning to all of you.
Good morning, John.
Good morning,
How you
John.
doing?
Great.
Good.
Great. It's Friday.
I know, it's Friday, TGIF, right?
Yes.
Exactly. Well, we have some exciting topics we want to talk about this morning, but first, before we do that, let's introduce you all again. So we have Natasha Herzig, who is a victim's advocate. Thank you so much for joining us again.
Of course, thank you.
Mr. Jay Walker, the man behind the radio. Thank you so much, Jay, for joining us, and now owner of Z Fun Factory, right?
No, not the owner. just work a lot there.
Work a lot.
Yeah.
He's
manage
like
a lot.
Yeah. And then Martha Guzman, who is a former KY anchor here, who worked with us as well. So thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me, John.
Absolutely. Well, let's dive into these topics because we have some talkers, I think, this morning, and I think there's going to be some debate this morning. So get ready. Hold on, folks. All right. So the first topic we want to talk about is, of course, this week's presidential debate. Mitt Romney and President Obama, of course, squared off in their first televised debate in the election, and they talked about a lot of topics here. Of course, the economy was the main one that they talked about, and what jobs as well. Also, topic was Obama's health care plan. Now, we want to talk to you all. First of all, my question to you are, who do you think came out ahead and why?
Nobody wants to jump on that one.
I mean, I think overall, I would have to say it seemed that Mitt Romney was on point. He seemed to be more confident in his answers. So if I had to, say who came on top, I would have to say Mitt Romney.
Mitt Romney. All right.
I'd have to absolutely agree. I didn't think that it was just a little win either. I think Mitt Romney almost made him not look so bright. I think Mitt Romney stole it hands down.
Natasha?
Yes, all personal political views aside,
yes.
You can look at it and the facts are the facts, and the facts state, when you watch that Mitt Romney came out on top.
Yeah.
Absolutely. He came prepared, he came confident, he came ready to challenge, and he came ready to say, I'm ready to be the president of the United States of this America.
And I think
absolutely.
you have to keep in mind also that Mitt Romney has had a lot of practice leading up to this in debates. It's been 4 years since President Obama has been kind of on the debate circuit, so he needs to kind of brushing up his debate skills for the next one.
It's because he's been playing a lot of golf. When you play that much golf, you can't you can't practice your debate skills.
I don't know about that. But.
Well, President Obama, he may have not had any practice, but that wasn't somebody who came who hadn't had practice. That was somebody who came and said he looked defeated already. He looked like he's given up, and he looked like, oh no. He looked like, I'm physically here, but mentally, I have checked out.
He didn't even smile. I mean, the only time he smiled when he talked about his anniversary and when they made the lighthearted jokes. Anytime he was pretty much almost had I'm mad on my face, and it was because he knew that he wasn't doing very well.
And I'm curious to find out what the change is going to be in the second debate. I think that we're going to see him kind of step it up.
Right, I was going to say, I mean, what do you think needs to happen on his end in the next debate?
Well, the thing is now Mitt Romney, his campaign is coming out this morning stating that, everyone said, why didn't President Obama bring up the 47% that he brought up? Well, now Mitt Romney's jumping on top of it, as he should, because he knows President Obama most likely will bring it up. So what he did is he's saying, I was absolutely wrong. I should have never said it. Instead of making excuses and justifying it, he said, I'm wrong. And President Obama, what he needs to do is he needs to show up at the next debate as if he truly is the president of the United States, and the people who voted for him, he needs to come through for them. Because if you would just see that and not know what the debate is about, you'd be like, wow, I think that person is the president of the United States, and that would be Mitt Romney.
Just like he did 4 years ago. We need to see the same Obama that we saw 4 years ago in the debates, with that confidence and that decisiveness, when it comes to talking about the issues, and not being so cautious and, kind of slow thinking about his answers.
Yeah. I mean, I was watching the coverage after, and one of the commentators kind of criticized him. He said that Obama was lazy, that he didn't prepare, that it looked like he didn't prepare at all. I mean, what are your thoughts on that whole comment right
That's
there?
exactly what I told you when we were out there. He just got lazy. I don't know. I don't think that he came prepared to the point that he knew Romney was going to hit him the way he did. I mean, it's a debate. And I don't think that he was ready for it. I don't think he was ready for where Romney was coming at him. He just wasn't prepared for it. I don't know, he thought he wasn't going to be as prepared. I thought Obama thought maybe Romney wasn't going to be that prepared, and that wasn't the case.
Right, because up to the debate, up to that point, Mitt Romney really hasn't, shined in that way. He really hasn't. And so what happened was I think President Obama expected that, and that's what happens. When you don't go to a fight unarmed, you know, so it's like, what happened?
Yeah.
I don't know,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, well, it'll definitely be interesting to see what happens in the next debate. So I think that you're all on agreement. Round one goes to Mitt Romney, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Easily.
Well, we'll go ahead and stay with us, folks. We're talking about two more topics, including a law in California that is allowing illegal immigrants to get their driver's license, and also a television anchor who claims she was bullied, but is she the real bully? We'll have those topics first, but here's a look at what's coming up on Today. Everyone, thanks for joining us here on Sunrise. We are continuing our What's Trending segment here with our Sunrise panel, and we're on our second topic right now. And the second topic is California Governor Jerry Brown signed a law that would actually allow illegal immigrants to obtain their driver's license. Now, this is kind of controversial because, you know, you have the pros and cons, both sides saying it's a good idea, other sides saying it's a bad idea, they shouldn't get their driver's license. But it is for the immigrants who have gone under the steps under the Obama administration who will get their license. So I just want to ask you all, I mean, my first question to you is, I mean, do you think it's a good or bad idea, and why?
Well, first of all, make it clear that only the people that are in the deferred action plan are the ones getting the licenses. It's not all illegal aliens. And as far as, well, you make these tough today.
That's my job, Jay.
You know, I believe. I was thinking a lot about it last night. I don't believe that if you're not a resident, if you're not a U.S. citizen, you should not get a U.S. driver's license. Now, I myself am going to Ireland here pretty soon, and when I go there, I'm going to be able to take my license and go to Ireland and get a rental car, and I can drive in their country. I'm not going to get an Irish driver's license. I'm going to have something that allows me to drive over there. I believe that if they're in this deferred action plan, that maybe there's some sort of permit or something that allows them to drive, but no, not an American driver's license. That is an absolute form of ID that shows that you are a resident of these United States, and absolutely not.
Martha?
As you mentioned, this is not like a blanket policy for all illegal immigrants. This is for the immigrants that have come to this country by no choice of their own. They were brought here as children. They've gone through our education system. By all intents and purposes, they identify with this country. And I believe they should be able to pursue their education, get a job, and contribute to this country. So I do believe that these kids, these young adults under this program, have registered, they're going through the process, they're doing what they need to do, again, because they were brought here no fault of their own, it was not their choice. Like I said, in all intents and purposes, they consider themselves to be American. Yes, I do believe it's the right thing to give them the driver's license, to give them the opportunity to pursue their education, get a job, and contribute to this great country.
Natasha?
Well, this is a very hot topic and very heated issue in this country. And at the end of the day, it's much more than just a driver's license for me. And having a driver's license, as being here legally, it is a privilege and not a right.
Right.
And even though they are here because of their parents are still coming here illegally. And so what happens is for me, it's not the driver's license, it's the message it sends. It's, why are you going to try to come to this country legally if when you come here illegally and you have children or whatever, that you have the same privileges? It doesn't encourage people to try to come to a country legally. It encourages them to say, why am I going to even try when I can come there illegally and still have the same privileges as people who are U.S. citizens?
I think you hit it right on the head. Why not during that time that they are in this deferred action plan, this time where they've got all this stuff, why during that time they need to do all the steps it takes to become a citizen. And once they become a citizen of the United States, absolutely. I'm not saying don't give them the opportunity to do it. They are here. They were brought here illegally and against their will, if you will. But we've got to give. They've got to earn that right, and just because they're here illegal doesn't mean that they've earned that right. That time that they're here and under that plan, they need to work at being a United States citizen. Once they do, welcome aboard. Let's get you a license.
Well, let's put that in
Absolutely.
the policy again. This policy is not in its perfect form. You know, President Obama put it out there. I think it's going to evolve. People are going to find, well, there's issues with this, issues with that. It is a very complicated issue.
Right.
You know, the fact is, immigration, we need reform.
Right,
You know,
yeah.
the system is broken. People who try to come here do it the right way. There's a backlog, there's years, there's money, there's a long process. Not to say that it's right to come in here illegally, but these people are here, they've gone through our education system. What are we going to do with them? They need to contribute to our society. Give them a license, let them join the military, let them contribute to this economy by, with getting a job.
All right,
Yeah.
so with that said, real fast, yes or no, we want to get to this third topic. Should it be passed in other states? Yes or no?
No.
Absolutely not. Sorry.
You know, I say states take it on a case-by-case basis, state by state.
By the way, Romney's for this as well. So it's not just an Obama. Romney is going to support this.
By the
as
way,
well.
when will it ever end?
It won't
Yeah,
ever
it
end.
won't
That's what I'm saying.
That's
what
the
I'm
problem.
saying.
Yeah.
Keep coming because
We need
it's
another
never
10
going to
minutes,
end.
John. 10 more
It's a very
minutes.
complicated issue. All right, well, let's get to this third one, because this one was quite the talker this week. Of course, this TV anchor woman right here, Jennifer Livingston, she claimed she was bullied. Now, what happened is a man sent her an email, and he basically, just let her know. He said that after watching her for 12 years, he saw that her appearance was the same. And basically, he basically called her heavy and said that he is, sad to see that she hasn't taken the steps to take care of her health and this and that, yada, yada, yada. But what he did say, what she said in response was that she felt bullied by it. Because she said that no one has a right. He didn't even know her. She said that he had no right to judge her. So we really want to get your thoughts on this, and we're going to go ahead and take a little bit more extra time than what we're getting here. But was this email out of line, and is it considered bullying since it was sent to her private? And who's the real bully here? Is it him or her for putting him on blast in the public?
Well, actually, I believe he used the word fat. He called her fat.
I don't believe that
No.
he said that.
No.
He just said obesity is a huge
Yes.
problem, which is a fact.
Right.
Yes.
That is a fact. He,
Yes.
he
So-
never called her fat.
Yeah.
Without saying it. Social media is a wonderful thing and it's a horrible thing, and people can sit in their pajamas at home and they can say a lot of things and write a lot of notes and then do a lot of things like that. But when you're face to somebody face to face, if this person felt so intent on it, why didn't they come up to them and tell them that to their face? Because they were a coward, actually, is what I believe. But
I would like to
absolutely,
see-
he was bullying, and no, she.
Yeah.
I think if he started it, she got to finish it. And I think that October is anti-bullying month, I believe, and she has as a news reporter, has the right to get out there. And hey, that's a great story.
All right, and ladies?
First of all, I applaud her, for taking that position, taking that stand. I don't think that it was bullying. He sent the message to her in private email. It wasn't mean-spirited. About emails, you never know what tone that, you interpret them how you want to interpret them. And he never said, you're fat. He was like, you know what, you're a role model, you should do something about promoting that. And yes, being on television, it's very important appearance, but all know cameras that add 10 pounds to you, and yeah, I know, right? The cameras add 10 pounds, but as a TV anchor, she could have taken. You don't have to be a size 2 or size 4 to be healthy. So this is, her opportunity to be like, you know what? You don't have to be size 2 or 4 to be healthy.
So with that said, do you think she was out of line for putting him on blast on public TV?
I mean, I think she made it into a teachable moment, but I don't think that the individual was bullying. He sent her an email, I think, out of concern, and being a TV anchor, you get a lot of email. Had he been consistent every day, you're fat, get off the air,
Right.
mean-spirited, okay. But I just think it was, a viewer kind of with his concern, and they all have opinions.
Yeah, real fast,
Right.
Natasha.
She was not being bullied. He expressed himself. What do you expect when you put yourself in the public eye? You're in people's homes on TV every day. People are going to have opinions. It doesn't matter. Good or bad, people have opinions when you put yourself out there. When you're not out there, no one has anything to throw at you.
All right, so to sum it up, was she bullied, yes or no?
No.
Jay?
Next.
I think that's a yes.
No.
All right, so we got some disagreement here this morning, so a little nice debate, but I just want to thank you all again for joining us. We're on our 4th segment now, so very exciting, yeah. And we'll be back with some more hot topics next week, but for now, we're going to go ahead and toss it a break.